Borda a croeso I gwasanaeth 5MP. Good morning and welcome to 5MP Class Assembly. Hope you enjoy.
We have been considering how as ethically informed citizens we can engage with contemporary issues.
Understand and consider the impact of our actions on making choices and acting.
And show our commitment to the sustainability of our planet.
We really are busy bees.
So, we decided our project this half-term would focus on environmental issues around the world and how they affect us.
And it's called, drumroll please, Climate Crisis.
Am I anywhere near Glasgow?
Glasgow? Why would you want to go to Glasgow?
I'm speaking at COP26.
What's COP26?
COP26 is the 26th meeting of the members of the United Nations Framework Conventions on Climate Change, UNFCCC. It's a bit of a mouthful, but all you really need to know is that COP26 is a huge important meeting all about taking actions against climate change.
Climate change? I've heard lots of people talking about that recently, but I don't know why.
Well, let's learn more about it in this story. Greta and the Giants.
There once was a girl who lived at the heart of the forest. Her name was Greta.
One morning, things weren't quite right. Greta stepped out into a garden, and they huddled together in the shadow of the trees were all of the animals of the forest.
A soft, silvery mammal stepped forward with its tail low to the ground.
Please help us, the giants are running our homes.
The giants had always been there, for as long as Greta could remember, but now they were worse than ever. They were huge, lumbering oafs, and they were always busy.
They chopped down trees to build homes. Then they chopped down more trees and built bigger homes.
The houses grew into towns, towns grew into cities. They built factories, cars and shops, cars and planes, and they worked all day and night until eventually
There was hardly any forest left.
But the greedy giants had forgotten how wonderful the forest was.
I see animals trapped, floating plastic too. I see the skies choke for me and you, and I think to myself, what a polluted world.
They didn't see all the little birds and birds and butterflies and bees that trembled in the shadows. No one told them to stop because everyone was scared of them.
everyone except Greta. Will you help us?
The animals looked tired and sad. She had to help them, but how?
Then Greta had an idea.
The next morning, Greta went to the middle of the forest and she waited for the giants to come. She stood alone holding a big sign.
She waited and waited.
On the first day, the giants didn't see her and lumbered on by, and on the second and the third too.
But on the fourth day, something strange happened.
A little boy who had been watching Greta made a sign and came down to sit by her. He didn't say much, but Greta knew he felt like she did.
Soon more people and animals saw what they were doing and joined in too.
Before long, a huge crowd filled the forest, stretching out to the city and roads beyond.
They stood together and waited.
The crowd was so huge that the giants were stopped in their tracks.
Please stop! Your weird behavior is spoiling our home. You've broken the trees, trampled the flowers, and now the bees and birds have flown away. These animals are homeless and our forest is dying.
After Greta had spoken, everything went silent.
But then everyone in the crowd began to shout.
The smoke from your fire is choking the air.
And please stop cutting our trees down. You can help plant new ones.
And mend my home.
We need to take care of our forest and live together. Will you please try?
Giants shuffled and fidgeted.
And stomped their feet on the ground.
They were embarrassed and a little bit sad.
You see, the giants were so busy building, they didn't see what they were doing to the forest or the animals who lived there.
The giants felt terrible.
From that day on, the greedy giants weren't so greedy. They slowed down and learned to sit quietly.
They stopped working all this time and instead took up new hobbies.
They stopped chopping down trees and learned about gardening.
They cooked, repaired, tidied and shaped. Before long the forest became beautiful than they could ever imagined.
Wow, that is really incredible. I can't believe that's actually happening.
So, how did you manage to get involved in COP26?
Well, I became an activist by being fascinated by climate change and how, since I was 8, and how little was being done about it.
I started by going on a strike and sitting outside the Swedish Parliament with a sign, "School Strike for Change." Since then, my life has become a whirlwind. I have given rousing speeches to politicians, to the EU Parliament, the UK Parliament, to the protesters and more. I've appeared in documentaries and had books and articles written about me. I've even been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, you truly are an inspiration to us all. 5MP and SAPS will join you in your fight for a greener, healthier, more peaceful planet, one that can sustain life for generations to come.